Welcome to Inside Outlook. I'm Jeff Havers, Superintendent of Pemberton Township Schools. Just about a year and a half ago, we spoke to our then new senior Army instructor about the positive changes taking place in the Pemberton Township High School JROTC program. I'm happy to say that the positive trend has continued, with this school year bringing about even more accomplishments and recognition for students in the JROTC program. Here to tell us about those achievements is our senior Army instructor, Colonel Tusak, along with the JRT seniors Cedric Idem, the Raider Commander, and Hannah Ryder, the Raider Deputy Commander. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Havers.
Colonel Tusak, when you talked last year, you said that one of our goals was to have the students enter more competitions. Not only have they entered more competitions, but they've done extremely well and have been able to travel across the nation. Can you tell us some more information about that?
That is correct. I'm so very proud of our Hornet Battalion because they took the challenge of competing more often. But what I like about their competitive level is it's not ruthless. It's about teamwork and building a team to be successful. There's a saying that you have either skill or will when you're leading someone. I prefer will over skill because we can make that skill happen. And these cadets have demonstrated extreme motivation throughout the entire year in everything we did. And I'm so proud that we were able to go to 3 national level competitions and perform extremely well. And we'll talk more about that.
Sure, sure. Cedric and Hannah, what was your experience like when you went to the National Raider competition in Fort Knox, Kentucky?
I think that it was a great experience. It was a great way to challenge myself. I've always been somebody who likes to push myself to my limits. And it was a perfect example of that. You know, we went through obstacle courses and we did different events that push you to your limit and make you the best version of yourself.
Yeah. Cedric?
It's definitely a lot of discipline, and especially as the Raider commander, you have to, always be in check of your team, going on planes, getting to TSA, and then even landing. And remember, these are national levels, so this is the U.S. competing in one spot, going through 5 extreme events and just overall having a great time.
Yeah, I had the privilege, as you know, of being able to accompany you, thanks to Colonel Tusak helping to arrange that for me at Fort Knox, Kentucky. And I saw firsthand how remarkable it was, the effort, commitment of every student, every cadet brought to that competition. But the thing that stood out the most was not each and every cadet, but the fact that you were a cadet as a team, right? This was a team event. This was about everybody finishing together and everybody doing it together, right? And working together and that coordination. It's really impressive to see that collaboration, that cooperation, that respect for each other, that care for each other, and that determination, that shared determination to accomplish a goal. So extremely impressive. I know you also had students qualify for the National Drill and Fitness Competition in Daytona Beach, Florida. Can you tell us about that, Colonel Tusak?
Right, we were able to return to national level at Daytona Beach for our drill and fitness. We brought 22 cadets down there. At Fort Knox, we brought 14. 7 were new, 7 returned. So there's a lot of experience by going to those national level competitions last year. So we applied those lessons learned and created an even better team with better results. We want to achieve trophies. We were so close to it so many times, but more importantly, they achieved success by just going there, and I knew each and every one of them did their best.
Right, to just keep growing.
100%.
Yeah. Hannah, what did you take away from being able to travel to those national competitions?
I think that it really developed my leadership and my teamwork skills. I went to the drill competition as color guard commander. It's my 2nd year being the color guard commander for nationals, so I think it was a great way to be able to develop my team and set them on the right track for future generations.
Cedric, you too went to both national competitions. What is the most valuable thing you learned from these experiences?
I've honestly learned that, a lot of teamwork comes within these national, levels, like I said, we're competing at national levels and we're navigating through obstacles. And again, not even a week or 2 later, got back from our Fort Knox and now we're going to Daytona Beach. So, that takes a lot of discipline and hard work. And it's just,
and even coordinating the work that you had to do on your leave, right? In my head, I'm like, are you ever in school, right?
Yeah.
But you're away, but you're still doing your schoolwork and you're still getting that done as well, right? That's part of that discipline.
Right.
I remember at Fort Knox, I remember we were traveling, right? There were plenty of students doing work in the airport, right?
Right, I saw them on the plane doing it. And that's the one thing one of the leadership attributes that we teach is discipline. Everyone thinks discipline is something about behaving. It is not. It's about driving yourself to success. The discipline to do the hard right over the easy wrong in behavior, but the discipline to wake up early and do the workout. The discipline to eat right. The discipline to do your homework and turn it in on time. These are transferable skills that are learned in JROTC that I believe they're carrying throughout the entire Pemberton Township High School.
Absolutely, life skills.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course, we saved one of this year's biggest achievements for last, the announcement that the JROTC Raider team was recently named the U.S. Army South Jersey Raider League champions. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Savers.
You guys have worked really hard for that accomplishment, and I know there was significant progress even from the national competition in Fort Knox.
100%. We always look at our last performance, where we can improve and it takes a lot of discipline, as I mentioned before, but attention to detail. One of my favorite events is the one rope bridge. And what I like about the one rope bridge is we have to construct a rope over an imaginary river or through actual water obstacle like at nationals. And all 10 team members have to get across this obstacle. And everyone has a role and everyone has to do it right. And what I like during practice, I didn't have to tell them, we need to do it again. We need to do it again. We need to do it again. And it can get very tedious. But we broke it down every bit of that competition and got down to 1 minute and 39 seconds to get across. And that, I've never seen that in 13 years of JROTC, a time that fast. So that was all on them, and so very proud that they did that and were able to achieve that. And I was able to have that experience with them.
Wow, wow. Hannah and Cedric, I'm sure that was a very exciting day for you and your fellow cadets. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, Ms. Savers. Yeah, it's definitely pleasant because, bonus points, we swept first place in every event, That's not something I honestly expected, I expected first, in league, but, first place and everything, it definitely makes me proud as a commander, especially because I know we put in the hard work and the dedication throughout, let's say, 60, 70 hours of practice we've attended. And it shows that we as a team can succeed.
And Colonel Tusak, when you said you didn't have to necessarily always say do it again, is that because Cedric and Hannah were saying let's do it again? Or
that
or the other
makes
cadets?
this job so joyful when you see the cadet leaders taking charge. The program is not about Colonel Tuzak or Sergeant Humphrey, it's about the cadets. And when the cadets can lead, and on a daily basis, not just with the National Raiders and National Drills, we were at Lockheed Martin doing a career day yesterday. I didn't have to give instructions. The cadet leaders gave the instructions. Get on the bus, get accountability, get to the location, how to behave, check the uniforms. That's all life skills those leadership developed at such a young level. And I call it a soft fall. If they fail in that leadership, they're not getting fired from a job. They're learning from it.
Right.
So then when they do get that job in life, they're going to be more successful.
Absolutely. Hannah and Cedric, you both had an excellent year at JROTC, and you're now wrapping up your senior year at Pemberton Township High School, correct?
Yes.
sir, Ms. Savers.
What are your plans for next year?
I plan on attending Drexel University and majoring in psychology, and I want to go into the research field for psychology.
Awesome. Cedric?
I plan on going to Rowan University. I major in criminal justice, do 4 years, and I'm also committed to doing Air Force ROTC. Just like what JROTC had in store for 4 years here, we're going to see what Air Force ROTC has in store for 4 years from now.
All right, wonderful. Thank you all for joining me today, and congratulations on an incredibly successful year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Savers.
A few announcements before I go. The next Board of Education meeting will take place Thursday, June 18th at 6:30 p.m. in the Pemberton Township High School auditorium. It will be a combined work session and action meeting. All schools will be closed Friday, June 19th, in honor of Juneteenth. That's our show for today, and I'll see you next time on Inside Outlook.